Welcome back to Roxy's Ramblings, or if this is your first time, just plain welcome. Not welcome back, because it's your first time. Today, we're going to, oh man, no, they pushed it back. It was supposed to be out already. Sorry, I was just thinking that, and they pushed it back too? To August? Are you kidding me? Anyway, hopefully I can get my pulls this week. My comic shop has been having trouble the distributor, so I wasn't able to get any of these comics this week. Then again, I'm not actually going to buy most of them. I'm going to buy this one, and this one. I know. Yeah. And the other ones I'm just keeping track of, though I'm going to buy this one eventually. I don't know if I'm going to buy any of the other ones. I mostly put this one on because they look like the ones from the Teen Titans show, not Teen Titans Go. But we're not here to talk about that. Today, we're here to talk about my collection. You're watching the third episode of Roxy's Ramblings, What's in My Collection. The my being Roxy, that's me. You're watching Roxy's Ramblings, if you forgot. And we're going to go over what comics I actually have at the time of this recording, which I will say is July 13th, 2024, just barely. It's 11:18 p.m. I'm about to fall asleep. In my last video, I said that we did, let me see, what did I say we did? Daredevil, Robin 3, and I said we did Spider-Gwen. That was wrong. We didn't do Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen I have 25 of. We did Nova. And last episode, if you didn't catch it, it's somewhere around here, probably Cardinal. We did Batwomen, not Woman, though that was included. We did Batwomen, we did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a Half Shell Turtle Power, and we did Wolverine. So today, let's start off strong with a related topic, X-Men, might as well. So first off, we have Marvel Adventures number 5. This is an interesting one. So this is in the continuity, if I remember correctly, this is in the continuity of the X-Men 92 TV show, X-Men the Animated Series. So this came, obviously this was 97, this came before the new show, so before X-Men 97 as it's called, but after the original show, but it's supposed to be in continuity, if I'm remembering that correctly, if not, or understanding that correctly. If not, please correct me down below, because I could be wrong. I don't know all the interworkings of Marvel comic tie-ins when it comes to shows. Next, we have The X-Men, appropriately enough. Not X-Men, The X-Men. X-Men The Dark Phoenix Saga. I bought this at one of my local comic shops pretty recently. That cover's cooler. I like that. What's this cover? I got the variant. It's just called a variant. So this is the whole Dark Phoenix Saga. I'll also read Days of Future Past, stuff like that. I haven't read this before now, so yeah, that's cool. I know the general plot points and have since I was like 10, but I've never actually read it before, so I'll do that. Next we have X-Men, and I only have X-Men number 30, and currently, I'll get some more. And I feel pretty bad right now because I spent $2 whole on this, and it has like coffee stains on it and stuff, and it's like brown. Like instead of her being, white like she is, like, tan like that, she and her dress are brown. And I don't like that, but I like the issue, so yeah. I also haven't read this one, as you can see. I knew about it, and so that's why I recognized the cover and why I bought it, but then I instantly regretted it because it's really brown. And finally, we have 2 from X-Men Unlimited. Both of these came from my dad. We have number 2 and number 3. Most of his number 1s on this one are polybagged, and he still has his main covers. Both of these, I believe, are variants. No, this one's just plain. So he has a second copy of this then. And then this one, same thing. Yeah, he has, I guess he has 2 copies of both. So, he, well, that's the cover date. When did it actually? This says it came out. Whenever it actually came out, he was at the end of at the end of his comic collecting journey, which is pretty interesting. What's also interesting is both of these issues are collected in the trade form of the other comic I have, which I just realized that's weird. See, you can see the cover, it won't let me open it. But... So those are all my X-Men comics. Let's see what else I have here. Bow, bow, bow. Overwatch and blow through it. Alright. So, Overwatch. Do I have 16? I should have number 1. Why is number 1 not on here? I have number 1, don't I? Yeah, of course I have number 1. Oh, now it's included. I don't know. Anyway, I have 1 through 16 of the series. I have the entire series. I've only read it a few, but I like them. I was not an original Overwatch player. I was an Overwatch player since 2017. So I was an Overwatch player shortly after the game came out. So just over a year after it came out is when I started playing. And I quit as soon as it transitioned over to Overwatch 2 because I thought the whole thing was bullshit, how they kept walking it back and everything. So, yeah, but that's a topic for another day. These comics are pretty good for what they are. And what they are is free. You can get them right now if you want. So it's pretty cool. Next we have Overwatch New Blood. I don't know what it's about. You can read this. I'm not going to read it out loud. And I've never read any of them. It's about Overwatch 2, I think. But yeah, it would have to be. It's 2022. But I just got these for free recently, so yeah, it's cool. Same thing for this. This was before it transitioned into Overwatch 2. I wasn't reading comics in 2020 or 2021. Either one. I don't know anything about these, but I do understand the London Calling reference. I know that album. So, the reference is appreciated. Let's move on to something more interesting, shall we? Let's go with Green Lantern. This one's an interesting one. All of these I've obtained very recently. So the first one I obtained was Green Lantern Dragonlord number 3. Now, I was at Free Comic Book Day. I was at a Comic-Con when I got this, and I didn't realize that it was number 3. I thought it was a full book, because it's a very hefty book. It was $5 at the time, and it is 48 pages, but it's, I believe it's perfect bound for just this single issue. And the way that it looks, I didn't realize it was number 3. See how it says it right there? So when it's really busy, you can't really tell. I mean, obviously it's not right now, but... Oh, her eye doesn't look right. The rest of it looks fine, but just her eye with her face doesn't look right. I mean, even his face looks fine. I think it looks fine, but, like, yikes. So, I'll read this sometime. I don't know if it's good. I don't know anything about it. It doesn't have any reviews. I don't know. But I like Green Lantern, and it looks like it's a different take on it. And you know what? I'm all for different takes on stuff. So, came out just over 20 years ago. Just over. 23 years ago. What am I saying? But, anyway, yeah. Next in line, we have these two, which I just happened to get at the same time. The other one was 50 cents. These were $1 each. And these are the issues where, obviously, Kyle Rayner fights Parallax, who is Hal Jordan. Spoiler. Hal Jordan went evil for a time. Everybody and their grandmother knows that by now, but it was a big thing at the time. You know, nearly 30 years ago. So, anyway. My dad was out of collecting comics by this time period. He had completely stopped. And he never collected Green Lantern in the first place. So I didn't know of Kyle Rayner growing up or anything with Parallax or anything like that. I learned that very recently, actually. Sometime last year I learned about that whole event. But, of course, I grew up with Hal Jordan, though John Stewart was and forever will be my Green Lantern. Jessica Cruz is probably my favorite, but John Stewart is the Green Lantern to me, with Hal Jordan as a close second. But I like the whole thing with Jessica Cruz, so her backstory and everything. And now we get to the final one, which I just got a few days ago. That is, just imagine Stan Lee with Dave Gibbons creating Green Lantern #1. Or, just imagine Green Lantern, as normal people call it. So yeah, artist of Watchmen, creator of Spider-Man, and so many other things. They got Stan Lee for some reason, I don't know why. Around Y2K, they got Stan Lee to reimagine a bunch of the members of the Justice League. I didn't know he did Green Lantern. I have also seen Batman, and I was very much turned off by it, because I'm like, that looks weird, and I didn't want to look at it anymore, so I didn't. But I said, what the hell, this is $3. I can afford to throw that down the drain for a bad book, if it is bad, which I doubt it will be. 12 one-shots? Oh. The fourth in a series of 12 one-shots. Okay. I was gonna say 12 one-shots in one book? That is crazy, but no. No, it's not. And it's 48 pages, so it's a whole story. Didn't go anywhere, but it was a cool little experiment, from what I hear. I've never read any of them. But majority of people liked it. 3.8 on average. Might resell this one. We'll see how it goes. That is the end of this week's video, today's video, whatever. I know, it's sad, but for now, we must depart. Until next time, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. What do you think about my Green Lantern collection? What do you think about my entire collection that you've seen so far? Let me know down below. And also, as I always say, I definitely didn't forget to do it last time. Skull. I'll see you in the next one.